So after the slight disappointment of going out of the Champions League to Young Boys in the final round before the group stages, we do still have the lovely consolation prize of all the money that comes with it, along with the Europa League group stages, and a chance to earn a lot more money. The thing is though, we're still top of the league, and with 10 matches to go, we don't really know which pot to put everything in right now. I guess that battle will be found out today. As always, if you have been enjoying the series, drop a like. That would be most helpful. Really do appreciate that. Now, today, we're diving in with a bit of league action because we've actually got a few games in the way before we get back into the Europa League goodness. I think we start off, ironically, against Sporting, which is going to be major toughness. But today, we play against Haugesund. Good side. Surprisingly, actually, they've really strengthened over the past couple of seasons. Last year, they hit the ground running, then sort of faded. This year, though, showing no signs of it. I do apologise. But I still think we should have the better of them at home, but we do need to come up with a good result here. We've drawn our last two league games, and somehow I've managed to find ourselves go top through doing so, but really, you can't afford to drop that many points for that long, particularly not with Rosenborg being in the form that they're in. They're away at Kongsvinger today. Luckily, Molde play Vålerenga, so there's a good chance for us to at least gap 4th place entirely here. If Molde do us a favour, there's bound to be elements of time. I mean, look at this, but like we are so light on players in terms of, the thing, what I would say is we have an international break after this game, so we actually get a nice little rest after this. So we could play a slightly more tired side here and not have the same kind of slightly more tired players that are of a much higher quality. I still would rather have in than a fresh player who isn't actually very good. And that's one of the downsides of having the squad depth that we do and the lack thereof. So I think what I might do is go with the same starting lineup, but then use substitutions heavily if we need to, and really try to keep that tempo low should we take an early lead. I think that's the play here. So with that in mind, I want to make sure I've got the options on the bench. Though we actually kind of do, so it's pretty much the same team. Although Solskjaer can't play, so we'll bring in Nordheim there, and that's fine. Wait, do I want... No, I'll bring in I'll bring in Anderson instead. With 2/3 of the season down, we are technically in the driving seat, a position I did not expect us to find ourselves in this year, but it does show that this squad has great fortitude to it, I guess. But it's whether we can keep this up through the final 10 matches. There's definitely some favourable fixtures in there for us, but also we still have to play against Rosenborg away from home in there, and I do wonder if that could be key. Molde have already shot into an early lead against Vålerenga, which I guess would really cement our ability to stay in the top 3, but it puts a lot more pressure on the title race, and that's not pressure we need right now. Dida's ball. Rakic is very deep. Indistab with what a great piece of goalkeeping there from Selvik. But what I'd say is, they've started strongly, the lads. Really impressive to see this from quite a tired side. Santos for Jonsson. He's got a good pass in here. Vedegård is... Well done, mate. Egil Vedegård does it again. Tromsø 1, Haugesund 0. That is the perfect start to this game because it no longer means that we're going to have to really throw everything at them. I've actually dropped the tempo down even further. Åström. So, it's a great free kick. It's just a superb free kick from Åström. Tempo's going to have to go back up one notch there because that is their first shot of the game. I still think we've got the beating of them, but now we are going to have to try a bit harder. Rakic in his start again. He's got Bamba. Bamba's through. Valdo Bamba. Oh, it's a good stop from the keeper. Clipping it through. Whoa, he is so far forward here. Frosterson, good save from Johansson. He's getting a lot of joy in this first half. Just finding little spaces. Ball in. Indistad over the bar now. Oh, dear. And again with the long pass. And it's flicked down, and oh no, come on. Oh, it's a red card for Lander Santos in the first freaking half. Right, slight change. We're going to have to go with that. It's uber disappointing because they've really had... Well, they've had two openings. They had the free kick and they had that good chance for Frosterson, but to get Lander Santos sent off like that is just the last thing we needed right now. It's been an okay first half from us, but not... I mean, we probably still would deserve to be in front, but we can't have more of these. Some subs in a minute to freshen that legs up. Try to get something going in the final 20 minutes because this is not another game we can afford to drop points in. We're just giving away too many poor points. Åström should be easy for Johansson, and it is. They're not allowing us a lot of space through the middle, and that's key. Indistad, can he get it back to him though? Sergio Luis. Oh, is there a pass on here for someone? Indistad, plenty of bodies. Vedegård! Oh, you gotta be serious. So many good blocks there. Vedegård has been in great positions twice today. Or maybe a bit of set-piece magic, though. Christensen is a bit of a mismatch. It's an early one, and Blad scores! Tromsø 2, Haugesund 1. Blad has really been the man this year. 8 goals from centre-back, and that could be massive. Now we move to time-waste mode. It's such a wasteful... Oh, no. Lauerhammer is just going to roll this across, isn't he? Come on, man. It's 2-2. For crying out loud, lads. Even here, I thought he was the favourite. I thought he should have intercepted it there. It's still a great finish from Lauerhammer. It's just so annoying. And to add insult to injury, both of our main rivals are winning, and we're dropping yet more points against sides we shouldn't be dropping points against. But I don't know. Red cards are red. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. There you go. Tromsø 2, Haugesund 2, and it's like I don't even think we did that bad defensively. They had 0.36 xg, but I don't know. It's just so typical, isn't it? We still overperformed ours a little bit, but as usual, just giving up really low quality goals from outrageous distances. But I don't know, it just happens. And that's 3 straight league draws now, and we've just bottled so many chances to win. I mean, we were in front in this game twice, admittedly with 10 men still, but like, it's not like we gave up a load of opportunities to them, but it happens. But it's chances like that I think we'll regret at the end of the season, as we now move to 3rd, I think. There is definitely an element of tired legs in there, for sure. But yeah, as you can see, we now slip from the top of the league down to 3rd spot in the space of 1 game, and I just don't know if we're ever going to be able to get back to the top again, because we've got so many matches coming up now that I think we're going to be sort of stuck in this kind of limbo period where every time we come to a league game, it's just, yeah, I mean, that's our main priority at the moment, is win the league, but I just don't see us being able to be strong enough to do it. And then again, positive thoughts. We've got 9 games to go. We're only 1 point off the top, plus the goal difference. You never know what can happen, but I do think that we might end up coming 3rd, and that's the problem. That wouldn't even be Champions League next year either. In fact, that wouldn't even be Europa League, I don't think. As far as I know, that might even just be something else. But needless to say, we must push on. My assistant just asked me to do a team meeting because of morale, because the squad was slipping a little bit. I then told them not to let their heads drop and that things would turn around and encourage. I wasn't actually commentating at the time because I figured that was easy. And then the players said, you don't need to keep criticising us. Oh, good. Also, the morale wasn't... Look at what that's done to the dressing room atmosphere. Look at that. From one team meeting, which doesn't make any sense in any logical manner, and we lose our entire club atmosphere. I was only presented with one option that had encourage, essentially, as the ticker above it. The rest of them were all critical, so I clicked the encourage one, and then they complain that I'm being too critical of them. Is that just completely broken? I.e., I'm clicking that, and something in the code is clicking a completely different button, because I can't understand it at all now. How are we supposed to compete with Mulder? Like, for real? They've just spent... Hang on, I've got to check this. I mean, obviously there's an amount there, but look at this. Also, that's the guy that had that shot against us. And Bruland. Mulder spent like £25 million just in this transfer. I mean, they've spent 28 million this season. Press with the delivery now. Oh dear. Now we can see the corner goal as well. Vålerenga 1, Tromsø 0, and I think we are... I mean, no. Hopefully this is just us. We will turn this around. But at the moment, I'm not hopeful for it. Press with another ball in. It's just one of those days, isn't it, friends? It's Vålerenga 2, Tromsø 0. Both corner goals too. Good. Presses ball in, and it's another goal from a set piece. 3-0 to Vålerenga. Well, that's a shame that that's 3-0, but that's how it is. We just, all 3 goals come from set pieces, and we just can't do anything about it. Even the players that were fresh and raring to go just played like crap today. It's not a good sign. It feels like it's one of those days. You know, we all have them when you'll turn on Football Manager and just you can't seem to get anything happening. Today feels a bit like one of these days. Hopefully we can start to flip things around a little bit soon, but I don't know where it's going to come from because we've got so many matches to come. Nobody can stay fit because we don't have anyone to replace them with, and there's not a lot we can really do about it. And I think we'll be lucky to even finish in the European places if we carry on like this. No, that's too negative. But we're not going to win the title. There's no chance we win the title now. Because with the results in today's games, Mulder win, obviously, and Rosenborg win, obviously. So... Oh, no, Mulder didn't win, did they? No, they lost. Holy crap. Okay, they were winning when I last looked. Mulder's still dropping points, but Rosenborg now 4 points clear of both of us and have a better goal difference. We ain't catching them. We still have to play them away from home. We lose that game, and we are done. Our biggest worry, honestly, is the team's starting to come up from behind us now, including Vålerenga. 7-2 to Lillestrøm. What a game that was. We need to have something go right for us at the moment, but at the moment, all the marginal stuff's going the other way again now. So we need to start getting ourselves sorted and stop that from happening, but not really sure how. You know, oh my god, what a win could do for confidence if we beat these guys here. And Stad has done exactly that. And is he onside? I don't know. I think there's VAR in Europe. It is Tromsø 1, Sporting 0. We'll see. No, it's just a goal. I don't know why I thought that was offside. It is Tromsø 1, Sporting 0. Michael Indestad with the finish. Sporting haven't had a shot on target in 87 minutes of football here, which is astonishingly good from the guys. Genuinely, the defence today have been superb. We've taken our one opportunity and it's counted. Dira, and it's Rakic! It's 2-0 to Tromsø. We're going to beat Sporting in the Europa League. Okay. That's going to be great for money, and holy crap for the confidence of this. Come on, lads. Absolutely sublime. Indestad, Rakic. Dida with a brace of assists on the night. We limited Sporting to 0 shots on target in 90 minutes. Completely controlled this match from start to finish. Wow, what a win that is in Europe. That breaks our winless run of like 6 games now as well, which is huge for the confidence of the guys to show that we can put these kind of performances together. What a win! And it sends us top of the group because of a draw between Valencia and Dinamo Zagreb. Maybe we actually can compete in this group. £500,000 for that one game. I mean, when you think of the debt that this club's been under at times, £500,000 is insane. Noah with the ball through. It's Roberto already. And it's already 1-0 to Rosenborg inside 5 minutes. And I think with that goal and this game, I can see our title chances evaporating before our eyes. Grönberg from a long way out. The keeper's kind of off his line here. Berger Hansen. What a save from Brolin. Rakic delivers now. Blad's header flicked on and over the line by Tor Ingeberger. And we actually have the equaliser. And I think we deserve that. But my goodness, could we turn this into a result maybe? With Mulder losing too. 1-1 in the end. A weird one. We were rubbish until we got the goal. And then in the second half, he really exploded and possibly could have won it. But then Rosenborg had a chance towards the end as well. I'd say it's a pretty fair game. We've actually put in some strong performances against them. But it's another league game, though, without a victory. I think we go down to that's like 5-6 games in the league now without a win. Mulder lost, so we actually go back above them, though. So with them losing to Haugesund, we do slip back above. We stay 4 points behind Rosenborg. By the way, Rosenborg, massively overperforming this season. I think they're, what is it? I think from when I last checked, they were like 13 points up on where they should be. Vålerenga are actually underperforming slightly. So it's a bit disappointing to see Rosenborg doing so well. But the thing is, we stay above Mulder with 7 games to go. I mean, maybe if Rosenborg start to revert to type in the last 7 games, they'll start to drop someone we can sneak on in there. Staying ahead of Mulder, though, is key, but we haven't won in ages in the league, it feels like. This is nice build-up. Actually, that little opening. There's the opening. BAMBA slots it home, and it's Tromsø 1, Brighton 0, right on the stroke of half-time. 19th goal of the season for Valdo Bamba, and this could be enormous for us. It's another game to play if we do get to a final, but what a game it could be. And we have done it. We game managed the shit out of that second half. 1-0 to Tromsø. Valdo Bamba's goal, the winner. We probably could have had more, but again, the defensive side of things was superb today. Really just played Brann off the park. It's another win. We just can't seem to win in the league. Any other competition we're good with. But we do reach another Norwegian Cup final. We won the cup last year. We're in the cup final again. We'll play against Rosenborg in the cup final. Oh, dearie me. Didn't we play them in the cup final last year as well? I think we did, didn't we? Now we're in a bit of trouble because we've got nobody in a good spot. Dira knocks it down. Vedegård round the side for Bamba. He's got plenty of options. Dira is one of them and Berger Hansen is the other one. And we lead in the derby and it's Steinberg Johansson. He's been rubbish lately. Been thrown into the fire way too many times, but if he wants to do it, in the derby's the place to do it. Rakic round the side for Vedegård. He's through. He's going to have to just ping this, I think. No? Patience. Love it. Back across for Berger Hansen's done it again. It's 2-0 to Tromsø. I had a word with him before the game about his performances lately, and bloody hell has he turned up. 2 goals in the derby for the young man. We can backline today too. Vedegård. Can he slip one through? It's Valdo Bamba wraps up the win, and it's 3-0 to Tromsø in the derby. 20th goal of the season for Valdo Bamba. Where has this performance come from? But well done, guys. Very important. Imagine if we got another goal of the derby, or like a hat-trick for Berger Hansen or something. Clips one through the middle for Vedegård. Drops it around the side for Valdo Bamba. Can he make it 4? Of course he does. It's 4-0 in the derby. A hat-trick for no, not a hat-trick. A brace for Valdo, a brace for Berger Hansen, and it's 4-0 away in the derby. You can see how well Bodder started this. We then got back into it. The first chance of the game really for us was our first goal. And after that, we just got better and better and better. I switched to adjust to play through the middle after our first goal, and I think that's what made the difference for us. And after that, we were just siding through them at will. But the strikers today were 2 goals apiece. I think in the end, we deserved to win the game, just barely. But 4-0 is absurd, honestly. Good for the goal difference, though. Still way less than the other teams around us, but at least we don't fall behind Mulder, and we stay only 4 points behind Rosenborg. It's still going to be tough, as they just will not stop winning. Also, Lauerhammer scored 5 goals for Haugesund against Fredrikstad. 5 times he scored in one game. Holy God. Right, it's Valencia next. We're giving Valencia a game here, more than I was expecting we would do, honestly. Johansson goes long, that's poor, though. Those kind of decisions we can't have. That could cost us goals. Sola. We're just giving the ball back to them needlessly, and it's all the way through, and oh, it's actually gone in. Yeah, I don't know why he does that. It's a bad decision, and we should have defended it better, but now it's 1-0 Valencia. Disappointing. Just a random long ball down the field when we don't really do that. But then still, when this ball comes across, why does our defender not win that? Or do anything? That's really annoying. Well, 1-0 to Valencia in there. That's a very tight game. We've actually did pretty well to hang on there. Disappointing the way, like, we deserved to lose. They were the better side, but it's disappointing the way we conceded the goal. But we still showed a bit of quality there, honestly, and we still remain second in the group. And I tell you what, it does feel like third in this group is not out of the realms of possibility. If we beat Sporting and look pretty good, they hammered Dinamo Zagreb. Maybe. Third is on the cards. I mean, second could still be on the cards. Christensen to deliver this one. Can they all stay on side is the main question. It's flicked on and it's put over the line by Michael Indistad. Tromsø 1, Lillestrøm 0. They're our bogey team and we needed this. Mulder are beating Rosenborg elsewhere. We could go to within a point of the top of the league with this win. Massive. absolutely enormous. We deserved the victory. It was a tight one. Indistad's goal, the absolute winner in the end. Rosenborg did pull out an equaliser against Molde away, so we only go to within 2 points of Rosenborg, but we do now move clear of Molde quite nicely too. But again, it was just a case of get in front and then game manage that final half an hour. I know we've had occasional times this season where we have given up points when I've done that, but I think the only time actually really was the Haugesund game when we were down to 10 men. So I do think it's a strategy that really does work for us when we get these leads in matches, particularly in the second half. We just slow the pace down, slowly but surely increment the time wasting over the final 15 minutes of the game, add play for set pieces in slowly, just do it in increments, and it feels like we just slowly but surely take the sting out of the game really, really nicely when we've only got these 1-goal leads, and it is working a treat this year. And there you go, we now move 3 points clear of Molde, but unfortunately, with that late equaliser from Limata, there was a chance for us to go to within 1 point of Rosenborg with 5 to go. We're still massively in this, incredibly. Good news. I've just extended Valdo Bamba's loan for the whole of next season as well, depending on what happens. So he's going to be here next year regardless. They didn't even put up a fight. Like, no playing monthly fees, no nothing. And even better news, I extended the loan of Julian Jonsson as well for the same reason. But in addition, we're no longer paying a monthly fee or an unused monthly fee like we are at the moment. And we were paying £2,900 a week for his wages. Now, 1,500. We just shaved 1,500 quid off our wage budget just by extending a loan. Cheers, Molde. So we got the title running graphic. And the thing is, it's hard to say. It feels like Rosenborg have got a couple of easy games now. Like Fredrikstad, Ålesund, and Tromsø. If they take good points from that and we drop a load of points against the likes of Viking, Brann, and Start to a bottom, we've probably had it. However, their final 2 games against Vålerenga and Haugesund, who've proven that they can beat good sides this season, that could be their comeuppance. Molde have probably easiest run-in, probably, I would say. Only minorly easier than us, admittedly, in that they play a 10th best team and we play a 9th best team. Vålerenga, they've got a hard run-in and are also miles clear behind. So, in a way, it's still, we just have to still be in touch going into those final 2 games, and there's maybe a hope. But we've got to also make sure that Molde aren't too in touch, because their last 2 matches are surely nailed-on victories themselves. So, this title race is getting hot, my friends. God, we've got to win this here. We've been so on top of this match. It's unbelievable, but we need the goal. Colombo allowed it, so for crying out loud. Well, never mind. We just cannot seem to beat teams that we should be beating at the moment. It's mad. Just sigh, really. Just long-range goal conceded. Dominant the rest of the match. Tons of chances. Can't take them. Standard. Yeah, Molde scored a 93rd minute winner as well, which now moves them back above us too. And every time we get a little glimpse of hope, we have a game like this. And I don't understand why we can't beat teams that we're clearly better than. That's been our biggest trouble this year. These home matches against really average to poor sides where we play really well, but are just unable to score against them for some reason. It's mental. And with that, we now go 5 points from the title and slip behind Molde. And I think really, we said we had to be in touch going into those final 2 games. Even we have to now overperform over the next 2 matches just to be in touch with the final 2 games, and I don't see that happening at the moment. I've noticed over the second half of the year especially, but really the whole season, we've slowly but surely been sliding back towards that thing where you just cannot seem to score as many goals as you should be able to. It's not near as bad as it was last year, but it is still sliding back towards it again, and I just don't know why. Europa League. We play Zagreb today away from home. I wanted to make sure we get a Europa League proper live com in today. And this is a really, really important one. Zagreb are a weird side in the sense that we beat Sporting 1-0 and looked very comfortable on the night. And then they go out and hammer Dinamo Zagreb in the next match. Now, obviously that doesn't mean a lot, but it does suggest that surely they're worse than Sporting. Now, away from home is a different matter, but I think third is very much on the cards in this group, and maybe even second, depending on what happens in Portugal. There is a chance for us to play knockout football after Christmas, and the money from that would be enormous, particularly with the league not exactly looking great right now, I'll be honest with you. Nicholas Dier is sadly suspended for this game, but Riedninger can come in. BAMBA and Berge Johansson, no? I think we'll probably play Indistad today. I know he's a little bit tired, but it could be a lot worse. Now, how's the back line shaping up? It's certainly looking a bit better than it was. I think Thomas Blad... No, he's back. Okay, good. We've had so many changes in our backline lately that certainly haven't helped us. We've had to constantly be rotating it, and that's definitely cost us. But I'd say this is, minus Nicholas Dier, probably our best possible lineup. But I swear, if that transfer budget isn't like £1 million, we're in trouble. But it's away to Dinamo Zagreb. We've done reasonably well in Europe this year. We've looked pretty stable, honestly. In fact, it feels like we've played well above ourselves in almost all European matches this season, no matter what competition. I've been very impressed with us. Lewestein. Or around the side. He just has to square this. It's a tap-in for BAMBA. It is a tap-in for BAMBA. Wow. Dinamo Zagreb are their own worst enemies in the early stages here, and it's 1-0 to Tromsø. If we get a win away in Croatia, that would send us 6 points clear of them already. But as long as we can not allow them into our final third, what are they going to do? BAMBA, round the side. Vedegaard is through. and it's another good save. He's just incapable of scoring as much as he should be able to. This feels like it's going to be a long game full of chances. 18 minutes, no shots for Dinamo Zagreb. We've had 9, I think, already, and yeah, smashing it. Verdigera dinks one out for Sergio Luis. The runners are left and right everywhere. Ball in. BAMBA wins the header. It's a good save. Verdigera's ball in, and Leeuwenstein is in the back of the net, and it's 2... No, it's not 2-0. It's offside, apparently. What? Is there VAR in this? I'm not sure. There's VAR. He's onside. Yeah, that was weird. It's like there was VAR, but there wasn't VAR. It's 2-0. It's a rare game for us where we can't really play through teams through the centre of the pitch. But those wide men are going to be key today. Sergio Luis again. Into all kinds of space, just gets half yard, whips it through, BAMBA's on the end of it, and it's in the back of the net for 3. 3-0 to Tromsø now. Valdo BAMBA's 23rd goal of the year. Verdigera just in again. He's having the game of his life at the moment. Round the side for Valdo BAMBA. Can he finish? Oh, good save. Well, half-time, it's 3-0, 13 shots, 10 on target. It's been a good first half from the Tromsø lads. This is ridiculous from us here, by the way. Valdo BAMBA's ran the show, but everybody has had a part to play in this game. Slight problem was that Readingham went off injured, so Lander Santos is playing left-back for the second half. Not ideal. We're slowing the tempo down 1 notch to the lowest notch for the second half because we're 3-0 up in this tie, and I want to just try to reserve some legs. We don't need to hammer them, particularly not with this being the away game, and we already are kind of hammering them, and I want to make sure that we've got fresh legs for our next league game coming up. Talk about shutting a game down. I make a couple of subs and adjust the tempo slightly. We've seen nothing in the entire second half. It's perfect, really, for us. It's what we wanted. Just, Leeuwenstein. It's exactly what we needed to see from us, really. Just seeing this game out at 3-0. Well, this has just been a bloody excellent win. Dinamo Zagreb 0, Tromsø 3. Just done everything perfectly in this game. Ball in again. Goalkeeper punches it. It's not going to matter, though, as that's final whistle. 3-0 Tromsø. Great performance in Europe. Another 500 grand in there. But I still don't understand how, in this game, that James Gomez was on a 6.2 as a centre-back, where they'd barely had a shot or chance in the entire game, and we kept a clean sheet, and he was on a 6.2. Like, what was he possibly doing? He got a 6.5 in the end. What did he do in the game to warrant such a low rating? Was it just constant misplaced passes? But that moves us second in the group. We're only a point behind Valencia, who of course picked up a good win against Sporting in there as well. Plus 4 goal difference. We go 5 points clear of Zagreb because I forgot that they got a point against Valencia. I think we've got a great chance of finishing at the very least on 9 points, which would allow us to get the win against Dinamo Zagreb and should be enough to secure 3rd in Europa Conference League. Now, what happens in Portugal is going to be extremely important because if we were to get a good result there, even a draw, 2nd place and Europa League knockouts could still be on the cards for us, which is far beyond what I would expect. Whereas Molde, 3 defeats out of 3 in their group. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, 3 draws out of 3 in their group. So we're overperforming them as well. And they've had an okay... Their group is arguably easier than ours is, honestly. But there you go. We're just able to turn up when we need to, apparently, in Europe. And those 2 good results have definitely done so. If we could just get ourselves back into Europe next season with good money, then there's a good opportunity for us. But I just don't see us winning the league. Not with... Then again, the run-in, after Brann, start bottom of the league. Kongsvinger down there too. Stabæk, but they're at home. I don't know. There's winnable games in there, but we would need a masterful run. At least we've got a little bit less fixture congestion, but we've still got the cup final to come as well against Rosenborg. You never know. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like. That would be lovely. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'll be awesome. And I'll see you guys very soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.